welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to develop more talent using your creative abilities and really understanding how your definitions can shape yourself in a very powerful way. Now, I believe that this video can help you let go of some of the definitions that may be holding you back from actually accomplishing what you want. And the reason I want to do this video is because so many times we prime ourselves and we limit ourselves with the true capacity of what we could do just simply because we assume that we can't do certain things. Now, I want to propose an idea to you that maybe you haven't heard many times before. And it's this idea of understanding our personality in a completely new way. What if the inherent ability that all of us has is much more vast than we priorly thought that it was, but because as we grew up, we just started to associate ourselves with being good at certain things and not good at other things, that then in our own mind, we created our own limitations as to what we can do and what we can do. Now, the reason I say this is because I believe that people can become very good at things that they're currently not good at simply by deciding to develop that skill and deciding to really buy into their own power. Now, this is something that I've come to really study and understand because I've been learning about the power of priming. How, and I used this example before, how if when I wake up in the morning, I go and I'm looking at like the news on social media or all of these terrorist attacks that happen and all this negative stuff, how as I go through the rest of my day, my mind, the RAS, the reticular activating system in my brain, will see those words pop out even more. If it says terrorist attack or if it says violence, it's like my mind is tuned to it. Therefore, that is becoming something I see more and more of. And at a certain level, it means that at subconscious levels, I'm buying into that reality more and more. I'm buying into the negativity that the media projects out to people. So the idea is, what can we do to prime ourselves to really start to feel more powerful? Well, an easy thing to do is to just simply remember a couple core values. And what this means is what we can do, and there's science that has backed this up before, is that if you put people in a stressful situation, and this example, this experiment that they did was where they put people that signed up to be a part of it, they put them in really stressful situations. They had to give like a 10-minute report or a 10-minute presentation in front of an audience of like 10 high executives who had blank stares on their face, had no emotion whatsoever. Now what they did is they would prime one group of people and then they would go up and give that speech or whatever they had to do under that high stress situation, and then they would do the same for another group. The only difference is that one of the groups, what they had them do is they had them write down some of the values that they have that they think are very important, maybe like honesty, authenticity, feeling confident, or whatever it is. And what they did is they also had that same group look through prior memories of times that they succeeded in the past. Now what happens is as you're looking and you're reading and you're remembering things from your past of when you were successful, you start to feel more successful. You start to feel more powerful. Now what they did is they put both groups through the test, and the ones that had the values they wrote down or had the memories performed much more better, and afterwards they tested their saliva for cortisol, the stress hormone, and what they found is that those people were much less stressed. Now the idea behind this is what we can learn to do is to prime ourselves in a very powerful way and to just start to remember times that we were successful in the past, to really start to focus on the positive attributes of who we are, the positive characteristics. And what we can do is we can do that before especially very important times, maybe an interview or negotiation, or before we're getting ready to do anything important like a presentation. And as we do that, we will literally be releasing less cortisol, less of the stress hormone, and we're going to start to feel more powerful. Now, on the other side of this coin, how can we develop a stronger ability towards developing talents that we think are latent or that are just simply not there? The idea is to be honest with yourself first off. I'm not saying that if you are, never played basketball in your life, that you can just start deciding that you have this amazing talent for basketball and you're going to be in the NBA. What I am saying is that if there's certain things that you want to do and you just priorly thought that you weren't good at them, develop an intention to figure it out and to start doing it, and simply decide and start to identify with being good at it. Start to take action from that point of view. If you don't think that you're a good painter, that's fine, but if you're passionate about it, start to do it and just decide that you are creative to do it. For a long time, I always just viewed myself as somebody that's a speaker, somebody that's not very creative when it comes to doing certain things. But what I learned is, as I simply dropped those definitions, as I started to focus on being creative in my own way, I developed an ability to really see things in a completely new point of view and to put unique twists on certain ideas, which is a lot of the videos on this channel that I share have little unique ideas in them that I like to give new perspectives on. So that's part of my own creativity. But understand, if there's something that you want to find passion for and you want to see if you're talented with, you can simply decide you're going to do it. You can put in the action in doing it, and as you do that, see how it begins to develop. Now, the other side is you can start to prime yourself every day. I recommend doing it right when you wake up in the morning, because then as you prime yourself, as you go throughout your day, you'll find more and more of a reflection of what you're focused on. And as you do that, you'll find that it continues to grow and grow. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste.